Hey guys, Dave from the Centurions Review. What I have here, this is kind of interesting. This is from Mayfair Games, old game from 1981. It's Richard the First, the Lionheart. Looks like it cost $5 back then. I paid like 15 bucks for it on eBay plus $5 shipping. Let's take a look inside. Alright, the counters are pretty thin, and like many counters back then, they're pretty lousy, but I'm sure they're functional. But back then there was a big habit among these manufacturers of just having awful counters. What's this here? This is some errata. And let's see the book here. Book's 12 pages long, last page is designer's notes. And let's see what we got here. Game equipment, setup, sequence of play. English phase is purchase, movement, combat, open field combat, which consists of retreat. Kings may request a parley. First round of combat, retreat allowed, which allows pursuit, and second round of combat, followed by side suffering. Most casualties must retreat. Then there's an assault phase where they assault a stronghold. Kings may request a parley, an assault takes place, and then a siege phase. So there's quite a bit to this game for a little game. That's kind of cool. The Kings may request a party, and then phasing player rolls to see whether the stronghold surrenders. And here it's talking about leaders and diplomacy and purchasing, movement, combat. Supply, siege, it's even got supply rules, interesting. Siege trains and victory conditions. Decisive victories are won by the French if Richard dies, if Richard is captured, or if the French player controls all the strongholds in Normandy before his movement phase. And then the English player wins a decisive victory if he captures Philip or if he controls all of the stronghold in Normandy before his movement phase. So there's quite a lot going on in this game for a game with a very small rule book. So this should be interesting. Oh, what do we have here? A record track. Interesting. Let's see what else we have. Here's the tables. Political and leader table, siege table, force march cost table, assault table, papal truce table, field combat result table, terrain effects table, and let's see what else we have here. Map looks pretty good for 1981. That's about as good as a map got back then. Yeah, this isn't bad at all. Looks good, especially for back then. And then we have, let's zoom in on this. I love these little advertisements. Bunch of other micro games from Mayfair, and the only one I had ever heard of is Richard the First. The other one, I guess, is Space Empire. Never heard of that. ICBM. I got to keep an eye out for that. That sounds interesting. Here's one called The Castle and another called Transylvania. So, well, that's cool. That's some more micro games that I never knew existed, so I'll have to look for them. But anyhow, I look forward to trying this. It looks like an interesting game, especially considering how much there is to it and only a 12-page rule book. So I'm pretty intrigued, and I look forward to trying it. Thanks for watching, and please click like on this video, and if you like the video, please subscribe to this channel. Have a good evening.